Thank you for your support and for watching avivTarot. This is a general pick-a-card reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Not everything will apply. My readings are meant to be constructive and not destructive. I give readings to empower you. I will be honest in what I see and will not give you false hopes or empty promises in order to keep you happy. I will be compassionate and sensitive to your feelings and will not judge or condemn. Energies are ever-changing. You are still the master of your own destiny. Hi everyone! Thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do another pick-a-card reading, and can you believe it? Another week just passed. Another week. So we are going to do an energy update for this week, the next 7 to 10 days, and see if anything that we can expect or any messages that would come through for you in regards to your finance, your love, and your career. Okay. We have 3 different piles, 1, 2, and 3. Use your intuition to pick the piles that you resonate with the most. And if you actually feel called to 2 different numbers, you're more than welcome to listen to both. Maybe there is a message for you in both piles. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the reading. Oh, if you need more time, you can pause the video. If you need to skip ahead to the pile that that you chose. Okay, it's in the timestamps. Well, the timestamps are in the description box below. Alrighty, so for pile number 1, we're gonna check out the Moonology card, the last, okay, the oracle card last, just because when I upload this video, we are actually going to come across another new moon. Okay, so that's why I'm using the Moonology oracle to give you a little bit of an update of what's going to happen in the next 7 to 10 days. And yes, that would be my dog. So for your finance situation in the next 7 to 10 days, we have the man. Okay, we have the man, and then we have the hangman in reverse. This kind of look very similar. All right, the man card could mean you as the viewer watching this video, but it could also mean a man, right? So you watching the video, so then it's not gender specific. It just, since it's a general reading, this could represent you. Again, not gender specific. However, if it represents someone else, it would be more of a man or masculine figure with a masculine energy. Now, the hangman, I would say that because it's actually in reverse. So for the next 7 to 10 days, in regards to your finance situation, perhaps that you will actually get someone that, if this man, it could represent like a mentor, a guide, a masculine, like with a heavier masculine energy. Someone will be able to help you in regards to maybe your finance situation, helping you to get better at it. Maybe like an advisor, financial advisor, or like a mentor to give you some advice about the market or the things that you're thinking about investing in. The hangman over here, I feel like maybe you have been in more like an observation type of mode, but in the next 7 to 10 days, I think you are ready to rumble. Okay, I think you're ready to get into the market. If you want to invest, if you want to take care of your finance, I think you're finally ready to take action. And you've already did all of your due diligence in regards to what you need to do with your finance and what you want to invest in, that type of thing. So you're ready, and I think this male figure will be able to help you out. Or again, if this represents you, it just means that you are ready to do it on your own, with a lot of knowledge, with all of the perspective that you've gathered previously. And if you feel like you need a little bit of help, I believe that there is someone to come and help you. But the thing is, I feel like you probably have to go
to the person instead of having this person coming to you. All right. So if you need help, you need to take action and go and find the person who is an expert, maybe, or more knowledge or more educated in regards to the area where you want to finance or where you want to organize your financial situation, setting aside different type of funds and all that stuff. So it's more like the next 7 to 10 days is about taking action on the kind of, towards your financial health. So as far as like spending or anything goes, this is in reverse. So maybe you might be spending a little bit, but again, it could be on some sort of an investment. Even if it's like spending on something, it would be like you might be looking at it as in like, okay, it's a long-term investment. If I buy, like, say, a computer, at least I could use it for like 3 or 4 or 5 years, and so like something worth it. And you've already did all of the work, all of the researches that you need about this product that you're trying to get. And so product could be, say, real estate, could be stocks, could be mutual funds, bonds, could also just be regular consumer items too. Okay. But it's like a good investment that you've already thought through about getting. Okay. So that is that in regards to the finance for the next 7 to 10 days. And then over here, we have the business part. So in your career for the next 7 to 10 days, we have the Ring, which is amazing card. It's about partnership. It's about harmony, and like with interpersonal relationship. And we have the Two of Wands. So again, you're ready to set action, or you've actually already did your so in your career, because it's the Two of Wands, so then I think you might have already taken action, and so the next 7 to 10 days is to see it, to wait for it to to come to fruition type of things. Or Two of Wands to me is always about like ambition, right? You have great ambition. You want to expand outside of your comfort zone. You want to expand your business globally, internationally. And so maybe there is like an international like partnership, working together with someone far away and working together to achieve your goal. So very ambitious, very passionate, and it's about partnership, because all the twos does kind of emphasize partnership or coming together to do something. So, and then we have the Ring over here. So definitely there's partnership going on in regards to your business. You maybe, if you are doing things alone right now, maybe you want to seek a teammate, seek a partner, and to help you, to help you with the areas that maybe you're kind of weak, so you guys complement each other in regards to like your the area that you're kind of like not super good at. You have someone else to kind of complement you with that, and then the thing that the other person might be a little bit weaker at, you are really good at it. So complementing each other, and it will be a great partnership and expand your career worldwide, internationally. Now, if you're seeking jobs, I think there is a possibility of finding something in the next 7 to 10 days, because this is coming together, making things work, partnership, right? And so that means someone want to hire you, want to partner up with you, want to work with you on certain projects. And if you are looking to work for a company, I would really suggest maybe look into into companies that has like a global reputation, international reputation. So like a bigger type of companies instead of maybe like somewhere local, like mom and pop shop type of thing. Instead of those, you want to find something that is like maybe franchised, globally known, internationally known. And with this, with the globe in his hand, I also feel like maybe internet or internet related, okay? The World Wide Web, right? So maybe you can go towards that route, something technology related, where you can connect people via computer or technology, bring them together, bring things together, right? So that is that for the next 7 to 10 days in regards to career. And lastly, it would be your love life for the next 7 to 10 days. And we have order. This card means honor and recognition of labor, and also like business success, but this is in regards to your love. So I think you will definitely be recognized for all of the hard work that you've put into the relationship, especially if you are in a relationship. Maybe if you're in a situationship or just starting a relationship with someone, they realize your worth. They do value your existence, I guess, like having met you. They do appreciate that. They appreciate you a lot. And we have the Four of Wands. So people who are in a relationship, I do see that your relationship moving forward to the next level. Also like, coming together and celebrating, having a very great time for the next 7 to 10 days. Loving, passionate relationship for the next 7 to 10 days. Very, very nice energy. Now, if you're in a situationship, I do think like maybe you guys will compromise, maybe will work something out so that, both parties are reaching an agreement, like a happy agreement, right? So no one's feeling being shorthanded or something like that. And also they do value you a lot. So, and then with people who are single, okay, in the next 7 to 10 days, I do think you value yourself a lot. People do see your value, right? You're being recognized, you're being seen. People are like, wow, who is that? Maybe you've been ignored before, or feeling like you've been ignored and no one notices you. But no, they do. It's just like maybe they don't verbally tell you, but they do, see you and realize like you're a good catch. And so definitely in the next 7 to 10 days, I feel like maybe if you actually would go to more like gathering, I feel with this could be a wedding, but if you're watching this during the pandemic, obviously like big gatherings is a little bit hard to do, but the smaller gatherings, right? And I feel like with this, it could be like seeing or meeting someone through friend of a friend. So maybe going back to the old ways instead of using like the internet or the dating app, because I don't see this as much as that, but more like the traditional way of like seeing someone in person, being introduced to someone through like a common friend, right? So if you are able to, have like friends, or maybe at least let them know that you're looking, and they can watch out for someone for you and try to hook you up with them, because your friend know your worth. Your friend know how good of a person you are, and will be able to, promote you a little bit, right? And so, and I do feel like it's a very happy time in the next 7 to 10 days in regards to relationship, or like family friends. You might be able to meet someone through like family, your brothers and sisters, or like again, friends or cousins or something like that. And if you are looking to reconcile with someone, the thing is we do have very nice cards, so it is a good energy. With just the cards itself, I would say like there's a very likely chance of, maybe reconnect with them. But the only thing is, because, reconciliation and reconnecting with someone from the past, everyone is a little bit different. Everybody's situation is a little different. So I'm not sure the reason for why you're losing contact or losing communication, but at least with these cards, there is a very good chance of you being able to, at least hear from them through a friend again, or maybe reconcile, getting an apology, someone feeling happy, right? This is a very happy energy, and maybe unexpectedly you might be meeting them, like if you have common friends, like, oh, you like bump into them because you went to see one of you guys' common friends or something like that, or you just heard from your common friend about this person that you're thinking about reconciling, or you want to reconcile or reconnect, right? So that is that in regards to your relationship in the next 7 to 10 days. It's a very good energy as well. So now lastly, we have this Moonology card. We have you and your loved ones are safe. Look at that. New moon in Cancer. Well, we have the new moon in Pisces coming up. Again, this is timeless video, so when I'm uploading this, it's the new moon in Pisces, but again, it doesn't really matter. This is just a message that's coming through with this pile in the next 7 to 10 days, or whenever you find this video. You and your loved ones are safe. And if you're watching this as I upload them, while we're in the pandemic, this is a great omen too, that everyone is safe. And again, this over here, you and your loved ones are safe. It's like reiterating this card almost. So very nice, like time, interpersonal relationship. We talk about this over here. Like everything is great, working out smoothly. I think it's super hard when there are like backstabbers and stuff like that in the family or in the relationship, right? Or like when you're doing career, like business. But I think everything is quite working out nicely in the next 7 to 10 days for you, so that you can really move forward with your goals and with the things that you wanted to do. So now let's take a look at the Moonology booklet, that what kind of message they have in regards to you and your loved ones are safe. So over here, besides this message in the booklet, there is also, it's about making sure that you put your family first. Again, this is kind of like this family. If you are not just in a relationship, but you're like maybe married, definitely very happy family time for the next 7 to 10 days, or putting a little bit more focus in your family, because over here is about honor and recognition. And so maybe you need to maybe you've been too busy at work, putting a lot of focus, energy on something else. And so the next 7 to 10 days, you should put a little bit more, spend a little bit more time with your family, and family mostly. Okay. And over here, it's about friends, people who you feel like family. So it's not just like normal friends or acquaintances, but these are like almost like family type of friends, like super awesome friends, like you consider your sister, your mom, your dad, right, your brothers. All right, so now additional messages with this card. There's also about, letting someone get a little bit closer to you. So people who are also maybe single in the next 7 to 10 days. I do feel like with these cards, you do have really good people around you and potential people around you. Maybe you're having quite a high guard previously. Maybe for the next 7 to 10 days, you can try to connect with these people, or at least give them a chance to go out and see if there's any possibility of it developing into a relationship. So this over here, the Moonology card, has a message about letting someone get closer to you. And again, this like partnership type of things is about that too. And over here we have that mentor going, like, go get help or ask for help if you need it, right? Don't try to always try to do things on your own. Maybe expand. Don't be afraid of asking for favors. I know sometimes, like me personally, I hate asking people for favors because I just feel like I owe them and I feel bad. But sometimes it needs to be done. Like, I think not necessarily everyone, but most of the people, they are gladly, they when you ask for help, they are happy to help you, right? They feel important too. They feel like, oh wow, you're asking me for help. It makes them feel important too. So now, of course, it depends on the kind of things that you're asking for help about too, right? But in general. So now over here, it's also a new cycle starting for your child or children. So again, we talked about this, like if you're in a relationship, I feel like you are having your relationship moving on to the next level. And so maybe building a family together, having kids. There is a possibility with this new moon in Cancer card is about very family oriented, especially with children, okay? Parenting, being parents to kids. And this is also about, it's time to review your goals. Have they changed? So maybe you need to reevaluate or organize your time again to see how much you want to allot your time focusing on your work, and then how much time you want to give to your friends, and then how much time you're giving it to your family. So maybe reevaluate your goals. Have they changed? How are they changed, and how are it affecting your life in general, business wise and family wise? And then it's about meditation will help you banish all your insecurities, because we have Cancer, very sensitive type of energy, right? And so if if you do feel like not super confident about yourself, a lot of insecurities, maybe you can try to meditate a little bit. You don't have to do it very long, maybe just like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Start in small increments, and then you can increase if you feel like it's helpful. And so meditation actually in the next 7 to 10 days will help you get rid of your insecurities. And I think especially in your finance and your career wise, it will help greatly, right? You can go move on, make a decision with confidence. And then lastly, spending time near water will bring you peace and answers. So if you're looking for an answer about something, maybe go by the beach, right? And if you do live by a beach, if not, lake, pond, go by the water. And if there, you could be in somewhere that's inland and there is no water at all. Maybe when I was living in the city and stuff and super busy with work, I actually downloaded like those ocean wave sounds and just like listening to it at night while I go to bed. So that might be an alternative too if you can't go to an ocean. Just listen to those, like the waves and the ocean sound, and it might calm you and bring you peace and answers, right? in the next 7 to 10 days. So this is what I see for pile number 1, and I hope that's it's helpful for you. It provides you with a little bit of a guidance, and if you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can put it in the timestamps down below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. So now, pile number 2, we'll check your Moonology card last. If you're watching this as I upload them, we are going to come across the new moon in Pisces within the next 7 to 10 days, right? It's coming up in this Saturday, I think. So we'll check out that last. Now let's take a look at your finance situation for the next 7 to 10 days. We have the Woman card. Cool. And the 9 of Swords in reverse. So now the Women card in the deck, usually it could represent, it's so funny, pile number 1, I think they got the Man card. It's also in the finance area as well. So it could mean that all the viewers watching this video right now, so it's not gender specific, even though it's the Women card. It just represents you as the querent, the seeker for answers for the next 7 to 10 days, right, in regards to your finance. However, this could also represent a woman figure, or a female or more feminine energy in a person, or right, in the next 7 to 10 days. So like a female mentor or a female guide, counselor or some sort, or advisor to help you with your finance in the next 7 to 10 days. Or you'll feel more drawn to like a female figure to help you with your finance in the next 7 to 10 days. And then we have the 9 of Swords in reverse, which is about you're coming, what I get out of this is that you're coming out of like a stressful situation in the next 7 to 10 days, like financially. So maybe you were financially struggling previously. In the next 7 to 10 days, things will gradually get better. And maybe because this female figure is coming to your rescue, maybe it's going to help you out a little bit. Or they might not even provide you like financial, like giving you money or anything, but just the fact that them being there for you give you a lot of peace and calmness, and you feel like you have the energy to deal with your financial hardship in the next 7 to 10 days. So you're coming out of it. You feel very supported by this person. And with this card, I do feel like maybe you want to seek help. Maybe you might feel more drawn to like more feminine type of energy, someone who's compassionate, someone who's sensitive to your feelings, kind of understands your psyche, understand how you feel, can kind of like it's also more like empathetic like to your feelings, and can understand what you're going through, and because of that they will give you a lot better, more sound advice, because they can feel like they understand what you're going through. I almost feel like this could also represent like your mother too, okay, that maybe you want to go to her for help. But if that doesn't resonate, then it's some female figure in your life that you feel like you can go to them and feel comforted, and they might be able to help you also monetarily, but not necessarily. It's just like they're giving you a lot of comfort. And financially, I think you're coming out of like a financial nightmare. Okay, you're coming out of it, or you're almost coming out of it in the next 7 to 10 days. You're trying to overcome the fear, the lack, the like just like trying to like trying to figure out your finances, and instead of having to, you know, take money out so that you take money from this area to pay for this, but then now you have this hole that you need to fill. It's just like really crazy, frantic type of energy are coming out of it. So like your financial situation is slowly going to get better, I feel, okay, for the next 7 to 10 days. Now, in regards to your career-wise, in the next 7 to 10 days, we have the stork, which is all about change and about moving, relocation. Over here we have the 4 of Swords. You have a lot of Swords energy. Wow. Okay. For the next 7 to 10 days for pile number 2, in regards to your business, 4 of Swords in reverse, I feel like you're actually, because if this is upright, it's about resting and rejuvenating, but this is about you're ready to take action. You are on a roll. Now you feel recuperated, you feel all energetic, and you're ready to take on new adventure, new things. You're ready to explore possibilities, take on opportunities. So all of that, because, you know, combined with the stork card, definitely there's a lot of change going on in your career. So you might be relocating, or maybe you're moving. It could be moving closer to your work, or like I said, you might be moving, like being relocated. The business is sending you, you know, your work, your boss is sending you maybe overseas, or different cities, or different states, different provinces. I mean, depending on where you are in the world, obviously, to do work for them. And it might be a permanent move, but it could be like a quick, you know, just a business trip type of thing. So it depends on the situation, because it's a general reading, but there's definitely a lot of change, a lot of shifting type of energy. Maybe also internally within the organization that you're working for, there's a lot of change going on within. Maybe you're moving departments. Maybe there are, like, you know, departments, you have like a different boss or something like that, or now you're partnering up with new people, new teammates that you have to work on, like new project type of thing. So there's a lot of new things going on at work. And if you are looking for jobs in the next 7 to 10 days, there is a lot of like unsettling type of energy. So a lot of moving around, a lot of like maybe last minute changes, and you're like, and then you have to adapt to it, right? Because this is 4 of Swords, like it's more like, if it's upright, it's like, okay, it needs to kind of go the way I go. Or like it needs to adapt to me. But with this reverse, I feel like you need to adapt to all of the changes going on. Okay, you need to be really flexible, really adaptable to all of the craziness going on around you business wise. And so with seeking jobs, maybe there's last minute changes. Maybe they ask you, oh yeah, why don't you come in tomorrow? And then they're like, actually, how about next week? Or maybe you applied for a full-time job and they're like, okay, how about we start with part-time, or vice versa. And a lot of changes. Or maybe they're asking you to move closer, or, you know, for a move or whatever it is. So there's a lot of change going on with work. And so in the next 7 to 10 days, if you're asking if you can actually find a job or be hired, I want to say yes and no, because even if you're getting hired, there could be last minute changes like what we were talking about, and you need to adapt. So it might not be like, or maybe they're, oh, you thought you're going to this place to work, like, you know, like for example, like a franchised, where they have like multiple stores. You thought you're going to this store to work, and then they're like, actually, why don't you go to this other store, and it's a lot farther away from you, right? And now are you still okay with that, or, you know, what? It could be a temporary change, but it could be a permanent change. So you just have to be really be really flexible to it. And if you're kind of stubborn and stuck to something, you might lose out on the opportunity. So I just see that for the next 7 to 10 days. Now for love situation, you actually got 2 tarot cards. You have I think it came out like this. the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And then over here we have the cat, which indicates flattery. Okay, flattery, which is kind of interesting because we have the Seven of Swords. It is about getting away with things. So this person, because it's a very air type of energy, air as in like the astrology air signs, so the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So they're very good at persuading people with, communication, that type of thing. So with this cat card over here about flattery, in regards to your relationship for the next 7 to 10 days, this person, if you're in a relationship, or even if you're not, you might be, if you're single, you might be meeting someone like this. I'll describe what this person is like. But if you're in a situationship, or you're just crushing on someone, or if you're in a relationship, your person might be telling you a lot of things that you want to hear, hoping to get something in return. Okay, doesn't necessarily has to be like something evil, but they're just hoping to get something from you. And so they'll tell you a lot of things that you want to hear, and you feel really good, and you feel like, sure, I'll give you what you want, asking you for favor. It could be like a really big favor, but then they're telling you all these good things and nice things and being super persuasive, and you totally get persuaded. So just watch out for that, because we do have the Ace of Cups. Like, you want to help them, you want to start something new. So just maybe be aware of that. You want to be a little bit more strategic within your relationship, and not just like accept all of the things that they're telling you about, that taking it as face value type of things, because they're kind of playing with your emotions just a little bit, getting you really hyped up about something, and then they're like, well, actually, this is what I really want. And you're like, you're not gonna feel totally like down or whatever, but you might just feel like, oh, so you're telling me all these because you needed something from me, type of things, right? So that's in the relationship. So for example, if it's like a situationship, maybe they're being super nice, super accommodating, or something like that, because they're hoping to get you in bed, or like a hookup or whatever. And in a relationship, maybe it's not, I don't feel it's as bad as that, but however, there is some lies going on. Maybe they're trying to deceive you with something. Maybe they have like a new love that they're thinking about, because look at this person looking at the cups, right? So this person, your person, might have another person that they're kind of eyeing on. I don't think they're taking action just yet, but they're thinking about it at the moment. It's like, oh, what are the possibilities of actually starting something with another person? Just gotta watch out for that shift, or someone being a little dishonest, or trying to get away with some things, or just playing a little bit of a game with you to kind of so that you would let them do things, type of thing, get away with things, right? So if you're single, just watch out for, because the Ace of Cups is about new romance coming in. So in the next 7 to 10 days, I do feel like there is a very likely chance of meeting someone. However, this person again might be really good with their words, but you need to really feel it out if they're being sincere, or they're just telling you things that you want to hear so that they can get whatever they want, right? So you don't want to get into that type of, if you're just looking for fun, like one night stands, or just like some fun time with someone, like short-term flings or something, then it's by all means, right? Because this person, I don't think they're ready to commit. They might be playing with your emotions, playing with your heart just a little bit. So if you're have a strong heart or strong personality, I guess, like you're not looking for anything serious either, then then if this person kind of matches, they're good looking, they're cute, they're pretty or whatever it is, and you want to have some good time, I would say why not. But if you're not that type of person, then you got to be careful, because this person is not ready to commit to anything. All right, they might just get what they want and they'll run away. So now if you're looking to reconcile or reconnect with someone, I feel like you might be hearing from this person, but the only thing is they have an alternative agenda. So if you actually once you get like all accommodating and you actually give them what they wanted, they're going to run away and lose contact again. So I would really say you want to protect yourself just a little bit and watch out and maybe find out what their real intention is. Okay, in regards to relationship. So now let's take a look at your Moonology card. We have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Wow, all these Cancer energy, or like water energy, because when I'm uploading this video, we're going to come across new moon in Pisces, right? So Cancer, it's all these water signs, a lot of emotions going on, emotions running high type of thing with this. But this is full moon. Pile number 1 got new moon in Cancer, so I feel like maybe pile 1 and 2 is kind of related. If you chose pile number 2, you might be also drawn to 1 as well, and if you did, perhaps there's some things too that in there that maybe you can get, or at least just listen to the Moonology card. So now let's take a look at the booklet and see what it says, because a personal issue reaches resolution. So I do feel like for the next 7 to 10 days, you will, whatever thing, or if you're pondering about certain questions, certain situations, how to deal with certain things, again, you will find the answer that you're seeking for. A lot of, like, again, we talked about this earlier too, finance, you're coming out of this, a personal issue reaches resolution, so someone's going to come and help you, or if not, you will figure out a way to get yourself out of this financial like finesse and financial trouble. And career wise, you're moving around, you're getting ready for like a new adventure. Relationship, just maybe something will come to light, right? This person's trying to get away with things. You will find out like the truth, like, oh, especially if you're watching this video right now, and you've already have like a gut feeling, because we have the full moon Cancer, very like psychic energy, right? Intuitive energy. Maybe you have like some kind of an intuition about your person that they're trying to hide something from you, and now you'll gather all your evidence and you'll look more deeper into it and find out if your gut feeling is right or wrong, right? So now, additional messages from the Moonology booklet. I'm going to read from it. It says, it may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. So you don't want to go things straight forward. You want to take a little bit of a detour, kind of like this that we were talking about earlier, that this person trying to hide something, try to get away with something. So instead of like, going head, like face, asking them directly, oh, what do you want and all that, maybe you want to gather again that gut feeling of yours. If you want to find out if it's that feeling is true or not, so do a little bit of like research around it, on the side, conducting it on the side, so that for sure, instead of this person might not necessarily be all like really bad, because we do have the Ace of Cups, but they do want to get away with something, right? trying to tell you, sugarcoat something. It could even be, it doesn't even have to be like a new, like they have like a third party or something. It could just be like they used up some money in the account and they didn't tell you, and they know that when you find out you're gonna like go nuts, right? So that they're just like, oh well, you know, trying to get around it and see if they could get away with that. So it could be that, you know, especially if you're in a relationship or married, so you have like joint accounts or something like that, right? So now additional messages for this is about meditate to soothe heightened emotions. So your emotions might be reaching like kind of high emotions in the next 7 to 10 days. You might get very emotional, super sensitive about something. That's also why you don't want to get into a conflict like head on. Maybe you try to calm yourself a little bit before you say anything, because, you know, just in case you say something that you regret. Also, it says don't be too clingy and stop sulking in the next 7 to 10 days. Over here it's like so take more action instead of being in your head a lot in the next 7 to 10 days, because both of these swords card is this is like a lot of thinking, a lot of like in your head type of energy, but it's reversed. So it's telling you to get out of your head, get moving, act more instead of thinking so much. Even if this is 7 of Swords card, it is about like thoughts and thinkings and all of that, but this is more actiony, right? Because they're trying to get away with this. So they're trying to come up with a plan so that they can get away with things. So again, it could also be, I do want to put it out there that it's not all necessarily bad, because the 7 of Swords is like what we're talking about. It's about planning. So maybe they're planning a future, a new beginning with you too. So if you feel they're kind of being secretive, maybe they're planning something like a big surprise for you too. So that's why this is also why I feel like with this card is telling you not to you know, get into a conflict head on and you know, just assume certain things. Maybe gather all of your evidence on the side first before you confront your person, right? Maybe they are being very secretive and strategic about things, but it's more for like a big surprise for you, right? For you. Now, this also, since a full moon in Cancer, it is about, you know, have you spent enough time with your family, right, in the past? So in the next 7 to 10 days, maybe you want to take a little bit more time to spend quality time, all right? Not just like working on your computer or like playing games on your phone. Like spend quality time with your friend or family, or the people that you love a lot. Spend some time with them, and I feel like with that they might even give you really good solutions to certain things that have been troubling you. So that is all of the messages for pile number 2 for the next 7 to 10 days that I see right now. If you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And I do hope that this reading is helpful for you. And if you are so generous, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel or my video, and also turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, lastly, we have pile number 3. We have the Moonology card, which we will take a look at the end, and I will also go read a little bit of a thing from the Moonology deck card booklet as well, because they have additional messages. And what else? yeah, we're using the Moonology deck because as I'm uploading this video this week, we are going to come across the new moon in Pisces. So I feel like it's kind of appropriate to use the Moonology Oracle deck to see if there are any additional messages for you in the next 7 to 10 days. So now let's take a look at your energy in regards to your financial situation for the next 7 to 10 days. We have the Lilies card, and then we have the 5 of Cups. So now with the Lilies, in the lenormand deck, it's about mature energy, but it's also about taking a long time in something, right? Over here, it's about happy life. It's the lilies also represents innocence, represents pure energy. Over here, we have the 5 of Cups. So in regards to your finance situation, I feel like you're not seeing the result or the reward that you're hoping to get in regards to your investment or your finance situation, your finances. Maybe you have been investing something, or maybe you are taking care of your finances and you're hoping maybe you will save more, you would have a little bit more extra money or something like that. But then maybe when you're balancing your books and stuff like that, you realize, oh my God, it's actually not as great as I thought. Or just looking at the statements of your investments, you're hoping to get a lot more, but it just didn't seem that great. Like it just didn't match up to your expectation. That's what I see. That's what I feel with this, because with the 5 of Cups, it's about, you're being kind of disappointed. However, I do have to say 5 of Cups is always about you're being disappointed, but the situation is not that bad. It's because you're focusing your attention on the bad things. So I really would say like the investment, maybe it's just like, it didn't reach to your expectation. Maybe you're hoping to get 50% return, and now it's just giving you 10 or 20% return. It's still a return. It's just not as much as you thought it is. Or maybe you're spending money. You thought that, I would only spend, $200 that, you're budgeting, say, like $500 for last month, and then you're hoping maybe you would only spend $200, the maximum, and so that you can maybe at least save up like $300. But then you balance your books, you realize, you didn't go over budget, but you spend a lot, like $400 instead of $200. And now instead of being able to save $300, now you're only saving $100. So it's kind of like that thing. So it's still good, but it's just not as good as you thought it would be. Okay, so maybe you don't want to be too disappointed too fast. And I feel like maybe you're trying to reach a certain financial goals, and this is the reason why you're being disappointed too, because you feel like, oh my God, now it's going to take even longer than what you thought to reach that goal. So it's like, this financial goal that you're hoping to reach is taking a little bit longer than what you're expecting. Okay, so that is that for the next 7 to 10 days. So I think you're getting rewarded with your investments or whatever it is, but it's just not as much as you were hoping. So now let's take a look at your work or career-wise. You have flames, okay? Indicates good health, good fortune, and neutralizes all the evil around you. So when I see the fire card, all I see is you are on fire, okay? In your career for the next 7 to 10 days, I think you are on fire. You have good fortune, you have good connections, people are seeing you, people want to be with you, passionate. You're super passionate, super active about going towards your goal in your career. And and you're just on fire. You're on a roll. Okay, maybe you're closing cases after cases after cases. It's just like, wow. And like you're just getting referrals after referrals after referrals. You're just on a roll. You're on fire. We have over here the World card too for as tarot card, and so it really kind of reiterate that. I think the World card for me is about connection. It's about connecting people worldwide. So now not only you're getting like working with people internally, people are referring other clients to you, like maybe internationally, globally, over the internet, whatever it is. So I think whatever business that you're doing, you are on a roll, you are on fire. And I even think like there is a promotion on the horizon for you as well, because the World card is the last card in the Major Arcana card, and then we're gonna begin a new cycle again. So you're at the end of a cycle and you're ready to move forward to the new cycle, the new stage. So, and right now also everything that you're hoping for about career wise, everything is coming together for you. So if you are hoping to start your own business, now you're like, yeah, now is the time. Everything is coming together very nicely, and so you are just wrapping up last things that you need to do for your business or something like that. You're getting your fame, you're getting your name out there. People are getting to know you or your business a lot more. And so if you're actually looking for if you're not currently employed and you're looking to get a job, I think for the next 7 to 10 days, you are on a roll. Maybe all the people all the companies that have rejected you, you feel really like, what? But I think even those rejections never actually stopped you. You're like, okay, well, it's their loss type of things, like very super positive thinking. And so you are at the end of a cycle, meaning like this unemployed cycle for you is coming to an end. You are on a roll. All of the jobs, all of the companies that you applied for or interviewed, you're going to get an interview. And if you already interviewed for them, I think for the next 7 to 10 days, you're going to hear back from them, and I think all of them really liked you. They like how you present yourself. They like how the passion that you hold, you present to them. And then the World card, if you're so now if you're looking to apply, I really do think something international as well, something globally, maybe travel. I do feel also for some of you guys, you might there is a possibility of traveling, going on business trips. And it's like more like an international business trips, not just a local business trips, but very, again, you have to travel to certain places. And for some of you guys looking for work, it could also mean that this workplace is going to be a little bit farther from where you are, where you live type of things. So it could be over internet. You might be working from home over the internet, because the World card could also be like internet and stuff like that, social media. But again, it could be about traveling. If you're like a travel blogger, for example, or just a company that is internationally known, globally known. Right here. Like you are getting your name out there now. People they know you. Also, maybe you want to work your business as like word of mouth. So yes, you maybe want to spend a little bit of money on marketing and all of that, but your primary source of income would be through word of mouth. People really like your work, and then they'll refer other people to you. So that is that. Now, lastly is your relationship. We have the Child, which is about, friendliness. And then Child is all about new beginnings. It's also about innocence and all of that as well. And then we have the death card. All right, very nice. So I meant very nice is because the child and the death card together, it just has one meaning. It's about renewal. It's about new beginning. It's about the end of a cycle and then coming out of that cycle into the next level. So very much similar to your work in a way, but this is more dramatic, obviously, because we have the death card. So some of you, it's like a ending of your current lifestyle too, because we have the children card. So if you're in a relationship, you're maybe for example, if you're married, you're thinking about having kids. If you can't have kids, maybe you're thinking about adopting kids. And having kids, that's the end of your current lifestyle. Everything's going to change, right? And so that's that. But it's also a lot of like new beginning energy. You're coming out of like an old energy. So for people who are single, I do feel like you're ready to take on new adventure. Will you be able to meet someone in the next 7 to 10 days? I think you're just ready for the new adventure. I don't think the person will be showing up in the next 7 to 10 days, but they are coming in, because this is more about you letting the past go and then moving forward with a new type of this new energy. So, I guess we do have the children card. So if anyone if you're meeting someone, maybe first of all, you might be meeting someone through like a child. I know this is really weird. But like a child connected you with someone. So it could be like through your friend's child, you met someone or something like that. Or it could also be that the person that you're meeting, they have kids. All right. So there's that possibility. So if it's like, single with no kids, no family, like previous marriages or something like that, I think then in the next 7 to 10 days, it's less likely you'll meet that type of person. If you were to meet anyone, it would be more like someone with kids, or you might be able to meet someone through like kids, maybe like your interaction with kids, and then all of a sudden it's like, like maybe that's the uncle of the kid, or the aunt of the auntie of the kid, or or babysitter of the kid or something like that. But in general, over here is very new energy. If you're in a situationship, or if you are maybe having a crush on someone, there is a possibility of that relationship ending. But then again, there is the energy of having a new beginning too, because we have the children. Something better might be coming along for you if the situationship with this person that you're crushing on is not the greatest fit. But again, there is that possibility of ending that situationship, and now they're ready to commit to you and give you like a promise or moving forward with the relationship. So there's that. So you're ending that situationship, or the relationship status, right? And so now with if you're in a relationship, there is some sort of an ending and a new beginning. For some of you, it could be a divorce, right? For others of you, it could be now you're ready to have kids, and if you already have a kid, maybe you're gonna have a second or third kids. That's even bigger change, because definitely having kids and then more than one kids, your lifestyle, everything changes, and you have to adapt to it too, right? So that is that. And then over here, if you're looking to reconcile or reconnect with someone, with the death card and the child, I do feel like there is a possibility of the ending of the no communication, no connection energy, and then starting something new. But there is a possibility also that you are going to give up on this person completely, and you're moving on from them. You are like, all right, forget about them. If they're not going to connect, if they're not going to talk to me, if they're not going to see me or whatever, then I'm finally okay with that, and I'm ready to move on with my life now. So because it's a general reading, there is that two, different type of possibilities for you. So take it how it resonates with you depending on your situation. Okay, so now lastly, let's take a look at the Moonology card. We have the look at the bigger picture. Look at that. So for the next 7 to 10 days, maybe you want to look at things from a greater perspective, a broader perspective, kind of like this World card too, seeing things from a bird's eye view instead of seeing things really narrow, tunnel visioned, right? Kind of like this too, finance situation. You're just seeing this short term profit instead of seeing things through like a longer period. Of course, things change every day, but in general, everything will grow eventually. So everything, when it's going down all the time, eventually is going to have to come up. When it's all the way up for such a long time, it has to come down. It's kind of like that ever-changing law type of things, right? So just look at the bigger picture, and I think it'll help you move on or move forward with certain things that you wanted to do. So now let's take a look at the Moonology book and see if there are any additional messages. So now the first one is about take time out for a mini break or adventure. So maybe you're putting too much energy on the mundane, the minute things in life. So maybe you just need a break. You just need a break. Maybe go travel. Maybe take the advantage of, like, if you're being sent on a business trip, use that time so that you can spend some time alone, and you can, if you get to actually, maybe the company sends you over and you'll hit like a weekend or something, or just ask them if you could have like an extra day or something like that before you come back, so that you have a little bit of time and to yourself and to think and to recuperate, right? Now, other messages are, this one is about this situation may have come around because you've been distracted. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of like about the stuff that we were talking about earlier. This is about being confident to win the day. Don't be overconfident, but you want to be confident. So it's kind of like the business. If you're in a business, if you're trying to get a project down, to negotiate something, or for interview, to get hired, be confident so that you can get what you want. Now, have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Over here, maybe you've been too carefree. People don't know that you care about certain things, right? Now you need to show that you care about them or about the situation, so that next time they would actually ask for your opinion. If it's because they ignored your opinion this time because you always seem like you don't care, or just express your feelings, because this is the full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, very carefree, very like nonchalant type of energy, and doesn't want to be tied down. So people sometimes assume, not that you're a Sagittarius, but if you look that way, people will assume certain things about you. And so if that's not you, then you want to communicate about that, right? Let them know that you care. Don't kind of assume that they should know. And lastly, you want to find balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. So yeah, I think you want to be able to share just enough information. So once you decided to communicate and share, don't get too excited and share too much, TMI. Just share enough so that they know how you feel, and so that they can, so that you will feel like they care about you and your opinions and all of that. So in the next 7 to 10 days, look at the bigger picture, communicate what you want and how you want it in a precise way. Don't talk too much, say too much. And then what else were we talking about? And also show that you care about certain things, and then don't get too into the minute stuff. Look at the bigger picture. So that's what I see for pile number 3. Let me know if this resonated with you, or if it's any help to you for the next 7 to 10 days. You can leave it in the comment section below. If you have anything else that you would like to share with me, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and or my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.